Welcome back, listeners. Thank you for tuning into today's podcast. This is episode 384, Camaraderie.
Before we start, let's hear a few words from one of our sponsors, Fortnite Scammer.
Do you want free V-Bucks? All you have to do is follow these simple steps to redeem 15 V-Bucks. Once you listen to this podcast, go to www.fortnitescammers.com and complete these easy steps. Give us your address, all of your credit card information, and your social security number. Win free V-Bucks easily and go to www.fortnitescammers.com now.
Yo English 10/6 listeners, it's Skylar Fike here to remind you all to subscribe to our channel. Get all the latest updates and be the first to know when we've uploaded new podcasts. Thank you for listening in on our 384th episode of our series, The Life of a Soldier. The usual gang is here today.
Hello listeners, this is Cesar Paz. Thank you for listening in and we'd appreciate your support towards Fortnite Scammers.
Hey all, this is Alex Andries here to deliver all our interesting stories to you.
Hey guys, this is AJ. Thank you for joining us today. We've recently come across several stories focusing on camaraderie and believe these stories deserve to be heard. So thank you for joining us on our journey in discovering the importance to brotherhood in war.
We'd like to start off introducing Chase Millsap, a U.S. Marine and Army veteran who served 3 tours in Iraq and is also a filmmaker. He shared his story of the bond he formed with an Iraqi soldier, whose name he would not reveal. To protect and ensure the safety of the Iraqi soldier and his family, Millsap decided to call him Captain.
Captain and Chase first met when assigned to a common mission. A step in completing the mission was to commence a perimeter inspection that covered an area which stretched from Baghdad to Jordan. During the inspection, Captain and Chase had suddenly become the target of an enemy sniper who began relentlessly shooting at them.
Without a second thought, Captain ran toward enemy fire, risking his life to stop the opposers and end the endangerment of Chase's life. He heroically saved him without any hesitation, even though they were just strangers fighting alongside another.
After taking down the enemies, Chase and Captain gained an unusual respect for one another.
Starting after this incident, mutual trust grew between the unusual pair of soldiers, who slowly developed into more than strangers. After several thoughtful and deep conversations between the two, Chase tries to convey the situation Captain was in. Chase says he admits how he wanted to find love, raise children, be happy. He was tired of war. Over time, we became more than friends. We grew to be brothers. I left Iraq, wondering if I would ever see my brother again. With a heavy heart, Millsap was reluctant to leave the side of the man who saved his life.
After a year of making several attempts to call Captain with no response, Chase finally made contact with his old friend again. After hearing of his traumatic brain injury, Chase claims guiltily, "I wept when he sent me a picture of his mangled vehicle. I was amazed that he was still alive and consumed with guilt that I was not there to help him." Chase felt terrible for Captain because he had experienced brotherhood or camaraderie with him, leaving him sad that Captain was permanently injured.
Captain had told Chase he was being hunted by ISIS, who were the ones who crashed his car, resulting in his severe brain injury. He knew that leaving Iraq would be the best thing to do to protect his family and him, so he begged Chase to let him go to America with him. However, refugee immigration policies prohibit Captain from going to the U.S. Chase struggles to accept that Captain cannot join him, and wishes nothing more than to be with his brother, even in the midst of danger.
This ties in with an interesting story told by Sebastian Junger, a director and veteran who fought in the Korengal Valley. Junger describes how a friend of his, Brendan O'Byrne, a U.S. veteran, said that he missed war. He would rather fight alongside his brothers and go back to a life with camaraderie in it than a safety of a home.
This bond of brotherhood is what connects the soldiers together and prefer to fight in war together than be safe, but separated.
Those who have experienced camaraderie are usually veterans who have come face to face in the extremes of war. These veterans find it difficult to communicate their stories with people who haven't been put under the stresses of a war environment.
Some veterans can be very lonely after the war because they have no one to relate their experiences to.
A social networking site called Community of Veterans provides a comforting community for verified veterans and comrades to talk to each other about their problems and experiences in war.
Based on the information we have collected from the sources researched about camaraderie, the desire for soldiers to fight alongside fellow comrades is a strong motivator for soldiers to return to combat. According to a recent study by researchers at Yale and the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs National Center for PTSD, about 20 veterans commit suicide daily.
Research from the same source stated that loneliness was a huge factor that played a role in a veteran's decision to kill themselves, beating post-traumatic stress and other psychiatric problems as risk factors. A soldier is highly dependent on the relationship they have with their comrades, and when their lives are suddenly withdrawn from an environment with camaraderie, it is extremely difficult for a veteran to adjust. If camaraderie ends the feeling of loneliness in veterans, the Community of Veterans site can help ex-soldiers connect with others who have similar experiences.
The two brothers, Captain and Chase, must endure separation from each other due to immigration laws. But if there is more support toward the SIV program or the special immigrant visa and improvement of refugee immigration policies, not only will Chase and Captain be reunited, but other wartime allies will come to the U.S. and avoid life-threatening nations.
To conclude our podcast, we would like to thank our sponsors as well as each and every one of you for tuning in today.
Are you tired of Mr. Bell roasting the shit out of you? Well, worry no more, because after decades of searching, we have found the solution. Therapy. With just a couple of cents, we will help you make every sounds like a personal problem and the clock is ticking go away. Remember, she gets paid by the hour and not by the task.